Hello everyone, welcome back to my YouTube channel. So today I'm going to be doing a thrifted trash to treasure, thrifted charity shop upcycle. So it's the one you've all been waiting for. I have done, basically I've done a charity shop haul which is already on my channel, so if you're new here go check it out, and it shows everything that I've got from the charity shops. And today I'm going to be doing 4 of those items. I'm going to be upcycling 4 of those items. So yeah, I'm so excited for you to see what I've done with them and everything else. If you do like this video at any point, please give it a big thumbs up. And if you haven't already, please hit that subscribe button and that bell button so you're notified when I next upload a video. So without further ado, let's get straight into the video. So here is the tray that I've done. All I've done is literally spray painted it white, and it's just made it look so much better and cleaner and everything else. Literally just spray painted it white, and you know what? That's as easy as it can be. When you go to a charity shop, all you have to do is spray paint something, and it's so quick and easy. So always have things like spray paint and things like that in. If you don't have spray paint, you can use old paint, so paint that you might have laying around the house and things like that. It's always good to reuse what you actually already have. So then it's the whole point of thrifting, which would save money. So that's it there. I'm very happy with that. So that will go nicely in my bedroom now. I'll probably put some candles on there and maybe my little angels. So yeah, I'm happy with that. So I have managed to spray paint it, and what I just done was I touched over, this was already red and I did cover it, but I just touched over the bits with actual children's paint, as you may have just seen. I just used children's paint because it's what I had, and I'm a true believer in use what you have rather than going out just for one project, going out to buy a whole load of paint. I just don't think it's right. I think you should just use what you've got, and I used children's paint and it worked wonders. It just touched it up, the bits that I've managed to get a bit of white on. Excuse my hands, by the way, this is craft hands full of paint. So now what I'm going to do is, as you may have seen as well, is that I did paint these letters. Again, I've done it in children's paint colours. It doesn't matter. It is a children's thing. It really doesn't matter. And it painted it and made it red and different colours. So that's fine by me. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to take the letters and I'm just going to stick them on the side with some, I've got this Ultimate Craft glue. Not sure if it's any good, but we'll soon find out. You can use pretty much any glue, I suppose. Just the glue that you have, I think you should just use, because that's the only glue that I had. So that's the glue that I'm using. Whether it's going to stick it well, I don't know. But worst ways, I'll go in with some super glue because I'm a fan of super glue. So I'm now just going to stick these along. So I don't know if you can see me doing this. I'm going to stick these along and spell out the word, and then I'm going to show it to you. This is the finished look. So yeah, I'm really happy with how that's turned out. It doesn't have to be majorly neat. I'm just going to let you know, you don't have to be perfect at painting. Honestly, I'm not, but I just love creating things and I like it for my own use. So I hope this has given you some ideas that if you go to a charity shop, that you can thrift and change it to your style, so you make it fresh, just like I have with all of these items today. So yeah, I'm going to put pens and that in here now. So here is the basket, all spray painted in grey. So yeah, you all got what you wished for. I've done it grey. What's such a good idea, because what I'm using this for, which I'll show you in a minute, is for toilet rolls, and it is a bit too much. If you have just white, it washes it out. So thank you very much to all the subscribers that decided or did a little vote on grey. So yeah, I've done it grey. It's really nice. I've got the spray paint, which I just showed you. I got the spray paint from Wilkinson's and it was in the sale, £3. It's the grey gloss one, so it's got a little bit of shine to it, which makes it really nice. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to do something a little bit extra to it. You can just leave it like this. And for anyone that doesn't know, I bought this from a charity shop for £3 and it was the wicker colour. But I've just spray painted it grey just to get that out of the way. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to do a couple of extra things and I'm going to see how they turn out just to make it a little bit more pretty for when it sits in the bathroom. A little bit more pretty and a little bit more contrast. The next thing that I'm going to do is I'm going to get these little flowers, which you would have seen if you are not new here. You may have seen on my flower box DIY, but I'm actually going to use, I've got a few of these left and they've got that wired bottom. So I'm actually going to put these around here like so. Just two. You could do the whole way round, but I think it's a bit much. So I'm going for that. And you can glue these if you want as well, but I'm just not going to glue them because I may change my mind later on. I may want to take it off. Probably not though, as that, because it's beautiful. So I'm just going to put the flowers at the ends. And that is the finished look. So how beautiful does that look? Like, I think that looks stunning. Yeah, look how pretty that looks. And I'm now going to put toilet roll in that. So I'll show you in a minute what it looks like with the toilet roll. It does fit 4 toilet rolls. I know you, it's not at any point telling you this, but because I've got this from a charity shop. But if you look at the way it looked before, plain and simple, and now look at it, it looks absolutely amazing. I'm so in love with it. And it didn't take much or cost much money to change it like that. And it's a very unique item that you won't really find in the shops. So that's why I love doing these sort of DIYs from charity shops. So here are all my finished projects I've done today all together. So I'm going to run through them quickly to show you again just the final of all of it, basically the final thing. So here I've just done this. This was an old toy toolbox. I got it from Cancer Research and I just literally painted it white, spray painted white, as you know because you've seen it. But yeah, I'm going to hold the kids' pens in there. So there we have it. I filled it up with their pens and pencils and crayons and all sorts, and they can just carry it around the house with them wherever they wish to do some drawing and colouring. So that was my little idea for that. I'll just quickly show you a bit of a close-up. So this here, I've just spray painted it all white, and then I've done a couple of coats on these. They were dirty green, as you would have seen, but this, and then what I've done is the little grapes I've actually done in grey. And I've done the same here, and I wanted it to be like shabby chic. So there's a bit here, look, I need to go over, but just so you get the gist of what I'm doing, because I wanted to get this video up for you. The grey is the grapes again, and then I've got white, and I wanted them to be kind of shabby chic looking anyway. So that's why they're a bit like roughly done. I don't know if you can see. That does need to be spray painted over, which I'll do in a minute, but I've waited forever for these to dry. So I just wanted to get the video done. But look how nice they are, and it just shows that they were horrible green and battered and chipped and everything, and I just made them look a little bit like shabby chic. So I quite like that, those two together, and they were only £1 for both of them in the charity shop. Moving on over here, this here, again, I got it from charity shop. This is all from charity shop stuff. It's all thrifted items. And a subscriber of mine did comment and say, I was going to put ribbon on here, right? I was going to put a white ribbon. And she kindly commented saying, what about diamantes? And you know, I'm all about a bit of bling. So I thought, yeah, why not? So I cut it up, because I did have the thicker one. It was like that thick. And I cut up the strip, and then I just glued it together. Done. And look how nice that looks now. It looks finished now, and that sits in my bathroom. So that was an easy thing to just upcycle when, you know, you go to a charity shop and you can do little things like put a ribbon on it, put a bit of diamantes on it, and it makes it brand new and unique. Moving on over here, you've seen it already, but this is my tray. It was like a really dirty cream colour, and now it's all white. So I like that. It's very shabby chic. I like shabby chic as well as bling. So I'm a bit of a mixture of modern and old fashioned. So this here, I've just literally spray painted white. There's not much to say about that, but just shows you can renew something just by spray painting it. You don't have to be fancy or anything else. So that's going to go in my bedroom. And then moving on to my favourite upcycle today, and that is this basket. So this basket, which I've already explained, but I'll explain it again. This basket was £3 in the junk shop, and I basically made it new. I painted grey, which was, there was like a vote going on with who wanted it grey and white, and everyone was pretty much saying grey, and I'm thankful. So thank you very much for everyone who said grey, because you made my mind up for me. And I've just put the flowers on, the ribbon, and it looks beautiful. You could hold anything in this basket. You could store anything, but I'm going to personally store toilet roll. So I'm going to show you now. So this is it with the toilet roll in it. So how beautiful does that look? This is honestly one of my favourite. I think it's my favourite of this year of what I've done as a DIY project. And the fact that I got it for £3 and I've just jazzed it up and I had all of the stuff in already. I never bought anything for it. It just shows what you can make look really pretty, even if it's not that pretty when you first see it. Although it was nice in the wicker colour, but I like this. This is more my style. And now I can make my toilet rolls look pretty in the bathroom. So I'll quickly show you them in my bathroom. This is where they live. And this is next to my toilet, handy. And so I can just pick up another toilet roll whenever we need, and we can just fill it up. And it looks so pretty in my bathroom. It goes so well with the greys and whites. And that's why I did the ribbon, because I wanted to break it up a little bit and make it a little bit more pretty. So yeah, look how beautiful that is. I'm absolutely in love with that, honestly. So that is the end of my upcycling video, the things that I upcycled from the charity shops. If you did like this video at any point, please give it a big thumbs up. And leave in the comments what your favourite DIY project that I've done, that I upcycled. Mine personally is the toilet roll basket. I call it that now, but it wasn't originally just for toilet roll. I really like what I've done with that, and I'm so happy it just finishes off my bathroom nicely. But please leave in the comments what your favourite one is. And yeah, if you haven't already, please hit that subscribe button and that bell button so you're notified when I next upload a video. But for now, I'm going to go, and I'm going to see you on my next video. Bye!